Daniel, an incredible end to this Grand Prix. You're now fourth. In the last couple of seconds, you've moved up. Your teammate's been demoted to fifth.
They got one right. What about Hamilton cutting the start? What about Vettel braking, turning under braking? So very frustrated. I should be up on the podium. I don't know. I mean, it was fun for the most part, but at the end, I just spoke with Vettel now, and he reckons it was what I did in Barcelona or something. I didn't think that was wrong. No one thought that was wrong, and now he left the door open. I committed, and then he started turning on braking. So of course I locked up. I was just sliding into him. So now he's up on the podium. So
how do you feel when you see that?
I'm frustrated. I felt I put in a good drive today. I played by the rules, but yeah, didn't get that rewarded for it. So it's frustrating. But even the start, like you see the guys outbrake themselves and cut through the chicane and still stay in the lead. Like what the hell's that about? It's, you know, you do that in Monaco, you're in the grandstand, so it's stupid.
Well, you had a good drive today, well done.
Thank you.
Max, when did you find out that you would not be taking a step onto that podium?
When I just walked in. Yeah.
How did you find out?
I looked at the timing screens, and then afterwards they immediately came to me like, you know, you got a penalty. So yeah, very ridiculous, I think. Very weird, because in lap 1, turn 1, Lewis and Nico, they both go off track. At the end of the day, they don't get a penalty. Okay, that's fine for me, but then why you give me a penalty?
Will you go and speak to the stewards and try and understand this situation? Obviously emotions are running high at the moment, but you obviously feel that it's completely unjustified.
Well, the team is already at the stewards, so we'll see what happens.
Do you think that Sebastian Vettel has respect for other drivers? We could see when you were both slowing down, it was a bit heated. He was very vocal on team radio as well.
Well, the things he says on the radio, I don't think he has any respect for anyone, because he's saying so many bad language. So I think he has to go back to school instead of saying kindergarten all the time. So yeah, it's just ridiculous. He's a very frustrated guy at the moment.
How would you sum up how you drove today? It seemed to be another mature drive from you.
Well, I think it was the best we could do with the strategy we had. You know, such a long stint on the tyres was very hard, but we managed to do it. Of course, at the end it was very difficult, but I think we clearly deserved third.
Is this your toughest moment in your short Formula One career?
No, it's not. You know, it was of course very disappointing, but it's unfair on the other hand as well.
When you speak to the team and they say whether you should hand the place back or not, I imagine you don't imagine that fifth or fourth actually matters when you have a chance of that podium. In hindsight, should you have given the place up to Seb?
Well, they were not sure at the moment, so they thought I had to do it. But at the end of the day, when you look back to the videos from lap 1, it's exactly the same story. So why should I?
Christian, clearly you've just heard the news after we have. What's your view? You look quite flabbergasted.
Well, it's totally confusing because he said it was going to be investigated after the race. You know, we saw no issue with it whatsoever because of what Rosberg did on the first lap. Then what does this have? Then Sebastian's going to be investigated for braking, moving under brakes. So does that mean Daniel Ricciardo should be on the podium? I mean, it's a little bit of a joke what they've done here.
It does seem quite chaotic. People running back and forth and all of. I mean, have you sent Jonathan Wheatley up now to discuss it? What's going on?
Believe me, it'll be a big discussion. But you know, it was very clear. The race director said, you know, we were just looking to see if he was ahead. He was ahead. You know, likewise with Rosberg. So precedent is set, and then suddenly they change it just before the podium. You know, it's beyond belief, to be honest with you.